Hello everybody, it's Slipshod. Welcome back to our fun-filled adventure in our solo play of Skyblock Infinite. It's been a minute getting some stuff behind the scenes sorted out, but we are back at it again. If you recall, we finished up last episode having built a lovely little starter home that we have yet to furnish. But we also built what was quite possibly the worst mob farm to ever disgrace YouTube. Don't fact check that, just go with it. Today, we will literally not rest until we have done something about that. Ignore the fact that we can't rest without it. Come on, so close. Man, I really need that bed. As always, please remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because it really does help. But enough of all that, let's jump right back in. Hello everybody, we are back in our Skyblock world and back in our starter home that we built in the last episode. As you can see, I haven't done any interior in the bedroom aspect, but that's because we still don't have that bed that we were trying to get. But that is definitely something we will take care of this episode. And as soon as we have that bed, we can get this place decorated. But I did manage to get some of the other parts of the house decorated. Let me give you a bit of a tour. As you can already see, we have a little bit of spruce leaf coming from the top just to give it a bit more of a greener, leafier feel to it. We have also decorated our entranceway here with just a little bit of furniture to make it feel a bit more lived in. A bit of storage space and a place that we can stash some armor if we ever wind up getting to it. And of course, we have an access up onto our little watchtower now. Now, I'm not going to quite go out there yet because I don't want to spoil some of the outside at the moment, but that is a way we can get up and have a good little look around. We have a little dining area that I just very limited on our resources, try to flesh out as best as I can here. I did manage to come up with a good idea for the floor of using these chiseled bookshelves, as they are pretty cheap to make, and the top of them has an oak color palette, which I thought would be really good to help break up just the excessive amounts of spruce that we have in here now. As you can see, we've done a little more on our kitchen, added a bit more life, a little bit more greenery, and some more storage spaces, as well as just a little spot that we can stash our food away for now. I know we're looking pretty limited on it, but give us some time. I know we'll get that squared away soon enough. Our main goal for today is working on those mobs. We also have a storage space for ourselves. I went through and tried to organize as best I could. Just get a few of the basics down and just make this room feel a little bit more lived in. We have access to our crafting tables hidden right up here, and we can access them from below as well. As you could probably guess from the leaves about, we did use some of our iron to make a set of shears and promptly almost destroyed them. But hey, at least our place will look nice, right? And of course, we do have a little bit of sugarcane planted here. We have a water source hidden underneath these composters that are keeping these alive. It's nice to be able to just harvest a bit of sugarcane without having to go outside. And you know what? I just think it looks pretty nice as well. I don't know. Anything we can do to get a little bit more color variation. As you can see, we have built up a few stalks of sugarcane, some spruce saplings. I've been keeping the sweet berries over in our food that you saw earlier here, but this should be a nice little comfortable starting location. Unfortunately, it does look like it's already gotten nighttime in our little tour of our house, so let's just try to wait until morning so I can show you the outside. In fact, while we're waiting for the night to pass, I might as well tell you a little story. You might be able to tell from my experience down there that we have a fair bit less than we did last episode. That is because we were murdered. Unfortunately, I didn't have my recording going as I was just AFKing in here. I've went ahead and thrown together a dramatic reenaction for you. Sorry I wasn't able to catch the real thing, but this is basically how it went down.
So, like, there I was, freshly spawned out of the darkness, right? And I'm just, like, kind of wandering around, like, whoa, dude, what's going on? When suddenly I see this, like, other dude, right? And he's just, like, chilling there alone, like, pretty obviously AFK. And I just think to myself, man, wouldn't it just be, like, so funny if I just go over there and kill that guy? So, like, super hilarious. I sneak up behind him and I kill that guy. Classic zombie joke.
All right, the moon is finally setting here. The sun must be rising. It is finally morning. We can continue our tour. I just heard an Enderman push around. Oh yeah, there he is. In fact, you can see I've put up a couple custom trees for myself just to make the area look a little more lively than it had before. I used almost every piece. Oh, he's got a piece of gravel. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. There we go. Easy as that. Okay. We get it. You're dead. And with that, we have our first piece of gravel. Fantastic. But we do have much more important things to do. First, let's clean this up and get back to what we were looking at here. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and just detach my eyes for a moment and let you all get a little look at what we've made. Now, I was very limited on the amount of spruce leaves I could get, so pardon the trees looking a little sparse here, but I thought just a little something would be nice to give it a bit more of a lived-in feeling. I also replaced some of the pathway with stone, just regular smooth stone here, to give it a bit of a worn feeling. Eventually, I would love to break all this up with some more grass, but in the meantime, we have to just be happy with the cobblestone. As you also might have noticed, we did chop down all the trees over here in preparation for our next big build we have going. I didn't bother replanting them since I figured now that we've got this center section a little bit more cleared out, it might be nice to keep it a bit more clear. So I figured these trees could be moved to a new location shortly. But of course, the first thing that I do want to deal with today that has been the biggest problem, the biggest thorn in my side in all of this, is that terrible, terrible mob farm back there. I had some pretty high hopes for it, but it's quite clear by now it is not working. So the only thing to do is to tear it down. Let's go ahead and take care of that now. Oh, it sounds like we have a couple mobs in here as well waiting for us. Hey, we have a fair number of mobs in here. I mean, just a bunch of zombies, but we can take care of this. Oh, that didn't work quite like I wanted it to. Why am I so bad at this mob farm? You know what? That's just par for the course. Let's just tear this thing down. Excellent. Now that this is all gone, we would be able to start working on our next project. And of course, that next project is going to be a much better mob farm. However, I am noticing one small issue. And that issue's back here in our storage with our wood. I don't think I have quite enough for what I needed. I guess I was a little too preemptive in chopping down those trees. But I do have enough cobblestone that I can work out a place for the new trees to be. Let's just go ahead and grab a bunch of cobblestone and turn it into slabs. We've got this little section over here next to us that I thought would be a great place to keep the trees just at easy access. Start getting a bit easier wood farming and get it out of the direct center of our line. Let's go ahead and just flesh this out here while we can. Hopefully nothing comes along and causes any problems for us. Alright, so that took a little while, but we did manage to get a platform made for ourselves, which will be a perfect place for us to start a tree growing operation. And being we have those accesses to large spruce saplings, that is definitely what I'm going to prioritize here at first. So let's see if we can try to get down just a couple little spots before the phantoms show up. Alright, so that should do us for the bases of the tree. Now we just need to go back and harvest up a little bit more of this dirt from the trees we had before. Definitely doesn't seem like we're going to have enough dirt, but that'll be just fine for now. I've gotta say, I'm really surprised the phantoms are letting me be out this late. I figured by now they'd start to attack, but unfortunately it does look like we have a guest over there. Probably should have thought about that and lit it up earlier. Maybe we can make a quick attempt. Oh, and of course it starts to rain. Nope, it's time to go, time to go, time to go. Oh no. Okay, looks like he stopped seeing us. Unfortunately, I do not have the abilities to take him down at the minute. Let's see if we can't get a little view from above. Yeah, there he is, causing problems as always. Unfortunately, we didn't get our trees planted either, so that's going to cost us a little bit of time. Not exactly how I wanted to spend my evening, and it looks like we have some guests, so it is time to go. Time to go, time to go. Why can nothing be easy for us? I suppose we have another long night of just waiting ahead of us. Get a little bit of berries for dinner and space out until morning, I suppose. The night may have come to an end, but the rain has still continued. While we're just in here waiting for the weather to clear up, I suppose I can show you what I've been doing in the off time. These 2 boxes right here are going to be everything that I'm going to need for our upcoming mob farm. We've got most of our cobblestone accessories together. I do still need a few more things. And then we have almost all of our spruce, just missing a few of those spruce logs and spruce planks, which hopefully we can get taken care of real soon if we can just get out there and plant these spruce saplings. In fact, it doesn't hurt to maybe just take a peek and see where that skeleton wound up at. Of course, he's right around the corner. Maybe we blitz and see if we can take him out. Alright, we got the skeleton. Unfortunately, we do still have phantom problems to deal with. Thankfully, those are a little bit easier to avoid. It's times like these I really wish I had a better food source than just berries. But now that that skeleton's taken care of, and we only seem to have 1 phantom surrounding us, we should be okay. Let's just make a charge for it. Alright, another one down. Actually, while we're at it, let me show you a little trick that I can do with some of this gravel here. But if we just simply take this dirt and mix it with this gravel, we get coarse dirt. And now coarse dirt is great because you can actually just put it down, turn it into a path, and dig it right back up to convert that gravel we had into regular dirt. That is going to be a major advantage for us here on Skyblock, as that's going to be one of the only real ways of getting access to dirt. Let's go in and just plug in what we can for here. And I'm just going to drop a torch down on these two for now until we can get those filled and get our spruce saplings planted. Perfect. Just for the aesthetics, I think I'm going to change these up a little bit. Yeah, that's going to look much better. And now to just do it for the others. Oh, hello. Welcome to my home. Sorry about that. You had to go. With that ender pearl, it does look like the rain has stopped. However, it is still nighttime. Let's just wait until morning and gather up those last few resources we need. Hey, side note from editor Slipshod here. When I got back from AFKing, it looks like I forgot to unmute my microphone. So unfortunately, there wasn't any audio commentary during this. I just spent the entire day chopping down wood for the mob farm, and the night following with just gathering up some more cobblestone. I'm gonna just skip past it. It wasn't very interesting content anyway. Enjoy the rest of the video. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Alright, it's morning. And our other trees haven't quite grown yet, so let's just clean up a little bit here in the center courtyard. And just like that, the trapdoors are gone. And with a couple stone slabs, we can continue our road. Perfect. That is much more open, much more freeing in here. Ooh, it looks like our trees have grown as well. Let's go ahead and try to chop one or two of those down to finish that off, shall we? Perfect. And now that we have all the materials together that we need, it's just going to be a matter of building. Surprise, surprise. It looks like the sun is already starting to go down. I'm going to move all the materials we have from inside those two barrels out to a chest over there by the platform where our old mob farm was. In the morning, let's get that mob farm built up so we can finally get that bed that we so desperately need. Good morning. Now that the sun has started to rise, we can get to work. You can see here in our chest that I've moved over, we have everything that we are going to need in order to make this big mob farm. So I think we've gone through enough trials and tribulations trying to get to this point. Let's just go ahead and get into it, shall we? Roll that time lapse. And that takes care of that mob farm. That should be an excellent way for us to be able to get a few more resources and get a few more things that'll really help out in our world. As you may be able to see here over my shoulder, it is, of course, nighttime, as always. So I want to just give it a little bit of time to let the mob farm run and make sure that it is actively working before I really go over there and try to see what we can claim from it. You might have saw during that time lapse, the phantoms were giving me so many problems. But it's nothing a little bit of cheesing and maybe just a bit of hiding wasn't able to take care of. Hopefully, this is going to be the last night that we have to just wait around for it to end. I'm probably gonna just spend the rest of the night trying to get my equipment all sorted out here. It's gotten a little out of hand, and I don't know about you, but I am so ready for nights to be a thing of the past. And that should be morning for us. Look at that beautiful sun. Speaking of beautiful, we've got ourselves a mob farm now. And going into free cam mode, you can see that this thing is definitely the largest thing that we have built currently inside. Now, all the mobs should be building up inside of here, which has your traditional water channels that lead to a dropper down to here, where you can see we have plenty of toes that we can start to slap at. Let's go and give it a test, shall we? I am so excited. So let's get our sword in place and start whacking some toes. I have to be careful while not getting too deep into there, as the creepers on the other side are going to be able to see us, but I did want to make it 3x3 just to have a little bit better chance of getting spiders that'll fall down with it. Oh! We got our first set of armor. Let's just add a couple barrels in the corner as well for some storage. Doot, 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 doot. There we go. String! Our first piece of string. So much more to go from here, but that is a great start for us. We're gonna have to keep an eye out on here to see if we can get more spiders or more dropping string. But all this access to bone has given me a bit of an idea of something I realize I should have done way earlier at this point. We'll just drop some of this off here for now, but we'll keep on the stuff we need. As well, throw on our first leather tunic. Doesn't hurt to have just a little more armor class, right? Unbreaking 3 in protection too. Not the worst thing to have, though definitely gonna be short-lived. We've gotten a pretty good supply of berries for now, so for a moment, I'd like to clear them all out and use these bones to make some grass. And there we go. That is what I have been looking for. I saw it already. Did I pick it up? I did. A wheat seed. A wheat seed is going to allow us to grow wheat, which will allow us to eat bread, which is going to be such a better food source than these slow berries. Let's just use up the rest of this bone meal here and see how many seeds we can wind up getting. I cannot believe I didn't think to do this earlier. Unfortunately, seeds alone is not going to be enough to start getting our farmland going. As you can see, we are very limited on the amount of dirt we have available. What we are going to have to do is to spread out and try to find other opportunities of getting dirt. Let's go ahead and clear out a little bit of this while we can, too. More string. I've gotten a little distracted over here. For the meantime here, let's just go ahead and throw these berries back down. And because I'm just too excited not to. Let's make a hoe for ourselves. Why not? Let's replace all of it. My nemesis has returned. Oh no, not again! Well, so much for that chest plate. And I guess the joke's on me for thinking our days of hiding are over. Let's just heal up and reconvene in the daylight. Daylight. That's right, you burn. I've had enough of you guys. Speaking of things I'm getting tired of, though, we have this island over here that is a trail ruin. And I've been having a lot of difficulty with having Endermen that are teleporting to my side and bringing gravel with them. Now, that's not actually a bad thing because I do get access to gravel for it. But one thing that is a bad thing is that I am losing potential suspicious gravel. So let's just go ahead and tunnel over to this, make a little platform for ourselves. I just want to get over here and light this up. Let's just build out over to it and then worry about a staircase once we get there. All right, so we are here. We have made it. And this means we'll be able to get a couple more resources. Let's just go ahead and light this place up a bit so we don't have to worry as much about mob spawning. Just to prevent ourselves from falling to our death. Let's cover these up. We should probably take out this guy. All right, that's one down. All right, so you can see here the special piece of gravel here. This one is going to be a suspicious gravel. So I'm going to cover that up so I don't use it. And hopefully the Enderman won't take it either. Let's just get this completely lit up. Another suspicious gravel. And another one. And there's another. Man, it'll sure will be nice once I have a brush and can come back and find out what some of this stuff is. All these holes are still making me very nervous. I would like to get them covered up. No, ma'am, I ain't falling off the world today. I spent the rest of the daylight hours just hand gathering dirt and gravel for farming, completely forgetting the shovel I have just sitting in my inventory. And, ultimately, I only made a few mistakes with the suspicious gravel. Oops. I broke a good one. Alright, let's head home. So now that we have that spot lit up behind us, it should help get more mobs spawning over in our mob spawner. Meaning this will take up some of their locations that they could appear at. I suppose we should drop off some of the goodies we've got first, though. So I think these would be prime candidates for miscellaneous. We have a few different forms of terracotta. Now this coarse dirt, and gravel can all be used in a pretty tricky way. Let's use that little trick I showed you earlier of converting our gravel into coarse dirt and then into dirt to just make sure we have plenty of supplies for ourselves for any upcoming farming. And just like that, we have a bunch more dirts, which means we can start a farming operation. And the best part is, I don't share my house with anyone, so no one can complain about all the dirt in here. We'll just go ahead and spend the last little bit of the night here taking out mobs and getting a bit more string for that bed. Oh, the sun's already rising. Oh, not quick enough, not quick enough. Well, that was rude. All right, it is ugly as heck, but it should keep us safe while we farm out those last few pieces of string. String! String!
String.
Come to me, string. String. One more piece. That's all we're gonna need. And there goes my sword. Let's just whip up a new one real quick. And look at that, how convenient. There's even a spider waiting for us. Let's go ahead and take him down, and there is the last piece of string we need. Let's just run around and collect that. We have all we need for that bed. Let's go! So if we take these string and put them into a square, you can see we get a piece of wool. And we now have enough to do 3 of those. 3 of those with 3 spruce planks, and voila! We finally have our own bed. I am so happy to have this. On a normal world, a bed is something that can so easily be taken for granted. But here on a Skyblock server, you could say the difference a bed makes is night and day. Let's go ahead and take her out. Got her. Oh, she dropped a potion and some spider eyes. A potion of healing. Well, that's exciting. And we got a leather cap to meet our mismatched outfit we have here. You can probably tell from the raw chicken in here. We had a chicken jockey drop. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to save the chicken in time. Let's just leave this mess that we've created over here for now and run back home. I'm so excited to get to use this bed. Let's get some sleep. And boom. The very first piece of furniture in our upstairs loft. Let's put it to use. Oh, sweet respawn point set. Sweet morning. And just like that, phantoms are a problem of the past. The war on phantoms is finally over. Oh, I never knew it would feel so good to stand in front of the sun after having had a good night's sleep. And with the sun up, we can get working on some other projects to keep ourselves nice and survivable around here. But, friends, I think this video has probably gone on long enough for now. I'm super excited to be back on Minecraft and back into getting out content for all of you. Thank you all so much for joining me on another adventure on Skyblock Infinite, and I hope you'll come back next time where I plan to give a major upgrade to our food production. The mob farm we made today opened so many new doors for us, not to mention all the natural resources at the trail route. I'm actually gonna keep on playing for a little bit longer, recording new footage for the next episode, so don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed hanging out today. Also, please leave a like on the video and comment down in the comment section with any thoughts or feedbacks that you have. I really do love to read it all. Otherwise, do your best and have a great rest of your day. I'll see you next time.